So both players are actually ready. You ready to get started, Rob?
Yeah, I am good to go. So out front of Sase's third, and right now the army is a bit displaced. He's going to have to either split this army in half or lose one of his bases.
And looks like he's being attacked on two fronts here. Force field's a little bit late over at the natural, but they are really doing a lot there. But now at the third base, this is identical to what we saw from Rep, but DRG has so much stuff here. 173 supply, really shooting up to the very, very high count, and he's not looking so good here for Sase as he's getting his army kind of sandwiched there at the natural. We also see him taking away some of these warp gates. He's going to be able to slip in, but no, some DTs being warped in. The Cybernetics core is going to fall, and DRG is going to be happy with that and retreat, but now the onslaught is not done as he's going once again over to the third base.
Right, and he has a significant window of opportunity. When you have twice as much stuff as your opponent, you can fight their army while you kill their other base, right? We saw him sandwich and handle both of those situations, and even though that we see the Dark Templar out right now, that's just too many things for those DTs to kill.
Yeah, and oh, the burrow there for DRG is so smart. Yeah, 200 supply now, but here's a pretty big army for Sase. A ton of roaches, one force field being dropped.
He actually doesn't have enough stuff for him to win this trade, I don't think.
The muta count is pretty high there. The roaches being taken down, of course, by those two immortals. 10 kills and 9 kills for both of those. Let's start the fireworks because the Banelings are about to roll in here to the natural.
Oh, he actually doesn't have really any sentries out there, just bringing in 2, but that's not going to be enough force fields to stop this.
He actually manually detonates them all there. DRG getting a little bit cocky perhaps, but I guess when you don't need him, you don't need him there as he takes out the army. Good game. DRG taking game 1 very, very decidedly so.
Yeah, he does cancel that first one as the Lings get over there, so this is actually looking pretty good. Oh, very well-placed force field, absolutely sandwiching that queen between the Zealots and the force field. He's able to get off that kill. Now he doesn't have a pylon finished just yet, and there are too many roaches and lings out here. He needs to pull back his pylon and keep that alive. He does not respond quick enough with landing those additional units. He really needs to finish a warp in. I want to know where he's distracted right now. He's moving a couple additional zealots across the field, and surprisingly enough, we didn't see very much micro out of DRG there.
All right, guys. Well, you might have to say it here pretty soon because Sase is moving out here in the middle of the map. He's going to catch some of these lings, but not enough to warrant force field usage here. But at the same time, a bunch of roaches here moving into the natural. The Colossus almost slipped up. He has broken that Zealot here. That Colossus is in trouble, Rob.
Yes, the Colossus was in range there, so DRG was able to get off a bit of pokes, but it's looking like this push from DRG just wasn't strong enough to get in and do any actual real damage. He did not go in with all of his units. He gets into the back there and finishes off that Colossus, so that's important.
We see a couple more Corruptors now joining this army. Roaches moving in first. Here come the Lings, Rob.
Oh man, and he's trying to get in there. The force fields are landed, so Sase is in a comfortable position where he can just fight pieces of the army that he'd like to. The Zealots on the left hand are engaging. There aren't that many roaches on the right side. If he finishes those off, he will very well stop this attack, and I believe he did it.
He actually did do very, very well here. The Corruptors are now trying to survive, and he is going to keep all of them alive there, but very, very low. Now the roaches here are going to be cut off, and they're going to run away. We have a Nexus over here for Sase.
Trying to stay a bit hidden. I think that Sase really needs to bank on the fact that perhaps if he has to deal with a straight-up engagement, that maybe DRG can't break through him. Now, Sase's got a lot of units just spread out. There we just saw Colossus picked off, and Sase's
wow. Look at how many mutants, Rob. 33.
Yeah, very, very many mutants. I think
this is over. I think DRG's already won here. Is now every unit's moving in on whole position. A bunch of force fields circling that army, but Sase is losing everything. Down to 35 supply. Good game. DRG moving on. Already taking his headset off there. And Sase had a good tournament run, I have to say. That match against San will definitely go down in the record books as one of the best ones.